Welcome to the Dermatology Studio with Dr. Yusra Ayaz.
Hello and welcome. Today we're going to tackle a really interesting and important topic: 4 very distinct skin conditions in newborns that can sometimes look a little bit alike. We're going to approach this like a series of clinical mysteries, so by the end, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to tell them apart.
So, here's our game plan. We're going to walk through 4 different cases, from firm nodules to cold cheeks and beyond. Then we'll line them all up for a head-to-head comparison and wrap up with the most important takeaways. Sound good? Let's jump in.
All right, let's dive right into our first mystery. This one starts with a newborn who has some pretty unusual bumps on their skin. But as you're about to see, the story behind those bumps is everything. Okay, let's unpack those clues. So, we've got a full-term baby, which is great, but there's a really stressful backstory: birth asphyxia and hypothermia. Then, 2 weeks later, these firm, reddish nodules pop up. And here's the real kicker: the lab work shows high calcium levels.
So you've got all the pieces. What diagnosis fits this exact clinical picture? Take a second to think about it. And the diagnosis is subcutaneous fat necrosis of the newborn. If you got that one, nice work. It's a pretty classic textbook condition that can show up after a tough delivery.
You know what's so interesting about this one is the contrast. You have this otherwise healthy, full-term baby, but the trigger was that major stress during birth. The nodules themselves are really distinct. They're firm, you can kind of move them around under the skin, and they have that reddish, purplish color. Now, the good news is this usually goes away on its own. The bad news? You absolutely have to keep an eye out for that sneaky complication: hypercalcemia.
And take a look at this. This is exactly what we're talking about. See those clearly defined, raised, reddish nodules on the baby's back and side? You can almost feel how firm they are just by looking at the picture. That is the classic presentation.
So what's happening on a microscopic level? Well, the fat cells are actually dying off. That's the necrosis. And the body sends in inflammatory cells to clean it up. But the big tell, the thing that screams this diagnosis, is these little needle-shaped clefts inside the fat cells. As for management, it's pretty straightforward. Keep the baby comfortable and, most importantly, be aggressive about treating that high calcium with fluids and a special diet.
And here's that textbook view under the microscope. You can see all the inflammation right there in the fat. But now, look really closely. You see those distinctive, sharp, needle-shaped slits inside the fat cells? That's the money shot right there. That's the classic sign we're looking for.
Okay, let's move on to case number 2. This one is quite different and really hinges on a super clear trigger from the environment. This story is much simpler, isn't it? We've got a healthy baby, a very obvious cause, cold air, and the rash is only on the cheeks. Plus, it gets better all on its own in about a week. This is a much more straightforward puzzle to solve.
And the diagnosis is cold panniculitis. I mean, the name pretty much gives the whole story away, right? Inflammation of the fat from cold. Simple as that.
So the most important thing to remember here is, don't panic. This is just a benign, local reaction. It happens right where the cold touched the skin, which is why we see it on the cheeks so often. The prognosis is fantastic. It goes away by itself, and the only real treatment is just to prevent it from happening again. Keep those little cheeks warm. All right, now for our third case. And I have to tell you, the tone is about to shift dramatically. The baby in this scenario is not well.
Whoa. Okay, this is a whole different ballgame. A small baby, born at home, hypothermic, lethargic, not feeding. These are huge red flags. And pay close attention to the skin finding. Firm pitting edema. That means when you press down, an indentation stays behind. That is a critical clue.
This is neonatal cold injury. And let's be really clear, this goes way beyond a simple skin reaction. This is a true medical emergency.
What we're seeing here is a systemic, whole-body response to severe cold stress in a really vulnerable baby. That pitting edema is the sign you might see on the skin, but it's just the tip of the iceberg. The real danger is the hypothermia, the lethargy, and all the other signs that the body is shutting down. And that mortality rate of around 25%, that's a really sobering number. It just underscores how serious this is.
Okay, let's dive into our final case. And if you thought the last one was serious, this one is even more critical. This is about a rapid, dramatic change to the baby's skin. The words that should just leap off the page here are severely ill, premature, and rapidly progressive.
But the one that really paints a chilling picture is woody, non-pitting induration. I mean, think about that. The skin feels like wood. It's hard, and it doesn't leave a pit when you press on it. This is a profound and terrifying change.
This devastating condition is known as Scleroderma neonatorum. It's as serious as it sounds.
Honestly, this is one of the most grim diagnoses you can encounter. It's a sign of an overwhelming, systemic illness in the most fragile of infants. The skin literally becomes board-like, cold, and pale. The hardening is so severe it can actually restrict movement, leading to what's described as a mask-like face. The prognosis is just awful, with mortality rates over 50%. The only thing to do is provide intensive life support and try to treat whatever underlying illness is causing this.
So on the left here, you can get a sense of what this looks like clinically. That skin is just stretched tight, it's widespread, and it's discolored. And on the right, the histology is fascinating. Unlike our first case, there's very little inflammation. The fat cells aren't necessarily dying, it's more like the fat itself is hardening and thickening. It's a very different process going on.
Phew! Okay, that was a lot to take in. We've looked at 4 very different conditions. So now let's put them all side by side. This is where it's all going to click into place.
This chart right here is fantastic. It just boils everything down. Your first question right at the top, is this baby healthy or is this baby sick? That one question alone can split these conditions in half. Next, use your hands. What does the skin feel like? Is it pitting? Is it woody? Is it nodular? That physical exam finding is your next massive clue. And then, of course, that prognosis row at the bottom. Well, that tells the story in the starkest terms possible, from excellent to tragically poor.
So let's just hammer this home. Basically, you have 2 big buckets, the benign conditions and the life-threatening emergencies. Subcutaneous fat necrosis and cold paniculitis happen in generally healthy babies and they get better. But neonatal cold injury and Sclerema neonatorum, these are flashing red lights that you are dealing with a very, very sick infant. And the key difference between those 2 emergencies often comes down to your fingertips, pitting edema versus that woody, non-pitting hardness. If you can remember that, you're on the right path.
So this all leaves us with a really critical question. Knowing the signs is one thing, but for these severe conditions,
Thanks for watching. Hit like, share, and subscribe to the Dermatology Studio. Ask your skin queries in the comments below.